Okay, we should be good now. It says go, so go means go.
Forever Young Radio Live. Hi, Raleigh.
Hey, Bob. Welcome, everybody. It's another episode of your favorite show, Live
Yeah.
Forever Young Radio Live with me, Raleigh, and Mr. Bob Gilpatrick. Today, I had to wear my Rays jersey, had to commemorate Randy Arozarena's trip to the finals in the home run derby. He didn't win it all, but man,
Came
he
very
did
close.
pretty good. He had some really snazzy boots on.
Yeah, and tonight he'll be starting in left field, probably. I don't know if he's playing left or right, but he's going to be starting in the All-Star game, along with Yandy Diaz.
Yes.
First baseman.
He's awesome, man.
Right.
We've been having a really good season, and you know why? Because these guys have a lot of energy, right?
Yeah.
They get a lot of energy. They eat right. They eat healthy. They follow very strict health regimens, I'm sure. And one of the things that we have that can unlock that type of potential is our Boomer Boost. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Our flagship, one-of-a-kind Boomer Boost. It goes beyond green drinks, right, Bob?
Yeah, absolutely. They'll say Wander Franco going to be in the All-Star game. Shane McClanahan won't be pitching,
No.
but he was selected. Probably would have been the starter tonight.
He's
but
got
instead, it's going to be either Garrett
issue.
Cole or Evaldi might start with
somebody that's not as good as Shane.
Yeah, close second.
That's good. That's
close
good.
Second. And so, yeah, it's a Boomer Boost. We've had this product for 12 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Not easy to make.
No.
Very, very difficult, as a matter of fact, to find anybody that will even consider making it for you.
Yes.
There is 68 ingredients in Boomer Boost. They're not all easy to get. And so for one company to be able to secure all of them and then put it all together in the right mixer, in the right ratios, takes a lot of concentration, expertise, commitment. It's very important to have just the right formulating company to do it that has a GMP facility and has high standards and also has very talented people that can pull something like this off.
Yeah, it's always an undertaking, trying to create something that can get rid of the confusion that people find when they try to create a nutritional supplement regimen. I'm sorry. And one of the things that this product really helps to do is eliminate that confusion. We call it supplement confusion, right? You've walked into a vitamin store and there's rows and aisles of stuff and you don't know what to buy, or, even if what you buy, you're going to buy $20 here, $20, you end up spending $400 on 30, 40 bottles and you don't even know if it's really working, right? So a lot of that guesswork eliminated, right?
Yeah.
This provides those 68 vitamins.
Yeah.
And nutrients, minerals, amino acids.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the body needs. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. You said, it's obviously very difficult to make, but the formulation of it, let's just talk about it for a second, right? A lot of green drinks that you see use like blends of superfoods, right? Ours is a little different. How's ours a little different there, Bob?
Well, ours is engineered. So this is based on many years, decades of research on what the basic building blocks of human life are and what are the essential nutrients that would be at the base of the supplement pyramid.
Yep,
the foundational
nutrition.
And so in order to make sure that you have that and you don't have too much of one thing and too little of another, you have to engineer the product. So a product is considered all natural when you have something like our sprouted barley seeds,
right,
that has not had any enzymes used to pull any of the compounds out. So in the barley, you have about 4,000 different bioactive compounds. They're all left in there, and nothing has been extracted out in order to make one specific product or combination. Boomer Boost is different. It's not considered all natural, as most nutritional supplements are not.
Right.
Because as soon as you use a process to take a specific compound out of, say, if you want to get the vitamin C out of a rose hip,
okay,
right, you need to have an enzyme that cleaves it and pulls out the vitamin C so you can have a concentrated form and you don't have to eat 1,000 rose hips in order to get
your 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C.
Of vitamin C.
Gotcha.
Right? So as soon as you do that, technically it's not considered all natural
Now,
anymore.
is that even if it comes from like a natural source?
Yes.
Okay, so
because many of the things in Boomer Boost come from natural sources.
well, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure almost everything in there comes from a natural source. But that process,
right,
no matter what you're eating or taking supplement wise, is they have to extract it. So it kind of puts it in the category of not necessarily natural, even though it came from a natural source.
That's correct.
Okay.
And so Boomer Boost, we didn't even attempt to make it all natural, because in order to get specific nutrients in specific amounts, you have to extract it.
Right.
And we wanted to do that because we know from all the research how much of each compound you need in relation to the others.
Gotcha.
So the ratios of nutrients, how much of the branched chain amino acids, how much of vitamin C, how much of this, that. It's not so much the total amount of those nutrients, but are they in the right ratio so that they work synergistically with the other nutrients?
Right, because too much of one thing might not be good, not enough of something.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're trying to piece together with 40 different bottles. And so that's what I mean when you don't even know if it's actually working, because there are specific ratios that the body's required that we've done research on.
Yes.
And that research is what this formula is based on.
That's correct. And as a result, what happens is people will take the product, and one of the first things they notice is their energy level goes up.
For many, yes.
And the reason that happens is one of the metabolic pathways in the human body is called the Krebs cycle.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you produce ATP, the molecule of energy, so that you can have energy. And we know what the substrates are that are necessary to convert fuel in the form of carbohydrates or fats.
Mm-hmm.
How do you convert that into energy, the ATP? And it requires certain substrates, coenzyme Q10, vitamin B1, B3, B6. In this complex cycle of conversion of food to energy, there has to be the availability at certain points along the way, because there's numerous conversions that occur, and you have to have specific compounds available to facilitate it. So that's why sometimes if people take some vitamin B, they'll feel more energy.
Gotcha.
Because they were short of vitamin B, and so it made their Krebs cycle work better, right? But some people take vitamin B and they don't feel better because it wasn't what they needed. They had enough vitamin B.
They needed something else.
They needed coenzyme Q10. Gotcha. So maybe if they took coenzyme Q10 in addition, then they might start feeling better, but maybe not. Because there's also certain vitamins, amino acids that all go together to create energy, that create genetic expression, including vitamin D helps to create genetic expression. And so there's a lot more to it than to the Krebs cycle and building energy than just taking a bunch of green stuff.
Right. And that's a big difference between, we've seen a lot of green drinks, and that's kind of why I use the phrase, and we've used the phrase beyond green drinks, because a lot of those rely on blends of superfoods, which are great. There are cordyceps and all these different things in there, but none of them are actually like designed in the manner that we've tried to put ours together.
It's for a different purpose. The green drinks are for a different purpose. This is for people that want good, solid, engineered, foundational nutrition that will give you more energy, will help with your circulation, will help with your heart health, has antioxidants in it that are specific antioxidants, including trimethylglycine and glutathione. Those types of things are specifically put into this product in order to reduce your inflammation. So this is a very big thing that occurs when people use Boomer Boost. Their inflammation goes down. Why? Because human life is aerobic, and we produce free radicals as a result of aerobic life. And those free radicals damage our bodies as we age. And after about 100 years, your body is burned up and you see a 100-year-old is deeply wrinkled.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they're very frail.
Yeah.
Their body has literally burned itself up over time.
Yes.
But when you take in antioxidants, that rate of burn slows down.
Right.
And so the ACE vitamins, vitamin A, C, and E, selenium, zinc, and as we said before, glutathione. There's also grape skin extract.
Yep.
And
resveratrol, hawthorn berry.
Yeah, they all have powerful antioxidants. And so your rate of burn, your rate of aging slows when you take Boomer Boost, and your rate of recovery and rebuilding, which is happening continuously throughout every second of every day. Your body is rebuilding itself with the building of new muscle, and also your body is producing new stem cells all the time in your bone marrow, and they're being released into your bloodstream. They are traveling to different parts of your body and morphing into heart cells, liver cells, bone cells.
Right.
And those cells need nutrients. The nutrients that those stem cells need before and after they've transmuted into the specific cells, they need the nutrients that are in Boomer Boost.
Right.
So it's all great to have a brand new liver cell, but that cell only functions with the presence of oxygen and nutrients.
Exactly.
Right. And so this is why it's so important in the recovery and restoration process.
And that's one of the things that's made a lot of difference for people who've taken it, is giving the body the nutrition that it needs to actually pull off the stem cells being utilized, helping to repair things that were damaged for years, and because of the presence of inflammation and not enough of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals to help actually physically go through with the repair. So very cool stuff. One of the things that a lot of people talk about is, how do we make it? And one of the things that we do, like Bob had said, is we actually source the finest ingredients, and we use one of the best supplement companies in the world to actually create this product. So it takes a while, right? Yeah. It takes a long time, and sometimes you have to get the good stuff, so you got to wait. And especially with COVID and how things have been lately, and I know COVID's over, but there's still supply chain issues, right? And so pulling a product like this off is a monumental feat every time we have to do it.
Yeah, there's a little celebration every time a new batch gets completed and delivered, because we know how much goes into it.
Exactly.
It's a lot of people, a lot of companies are involved in providing the ingredients, and the company that makes it has numerous individuals that have to be involved, as well as, of course, the people at our company too are in touch continuously throughout the process, assisting with everything else that goes with it. And when it's delivered to a customer, the typical response that we get is very powerful. We have many testimonials of people that have said, wow, this has really changed my life. This has saved my life. And they also appreciate the customer service. But we also find probably like one of the biggest issues people have is the circulation issue. So as people age, their circulation of their blood and their lymph fluid and their cerebral spinal fluid tends to diminish. And by the time you get to be my age, which is just about 67 in another month here, your circulation will be only about 70% of what it was before. You lose 30% capability. So your brain won't work as well. You might get tingling in your feet, your hands, because you're not circulating oxygen. Your energy level drops as you age. And there are a couple of things that are in Boomer Boost that are there specifically to help with circulation, one of which is arginine,
right?
Which converts to nitric oxide, which helps to expand your capillaries to allow the circulation to get through. The other is phosphatidylcholine, which helps to keep your arteries, capillaries, arterioles very flexible, so that when your heart pumps, they actually can open easily. If they're If the cells get rigid, then the tissue gets rigid, and your arteries and veins will get rigid. And when the heart pumps and they're supposed to expand to let the blood through, if they don't have enough phosphatidylcholine, they will be rigid and it
Stiff.
won't expand as much.
Like PVC pipe.
Yeah.
It's not
rigid.
pushing anything through. It's
Right.
relying on back pressure. But one of the things about circulation is this movement of the walls of these of the veins and arteries.
Expand and contract.
That's a big part of the circulation to the microvessels.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And so if you're losing circulation and 30%'s gone, the first 30% that's going to be gone in your extremities. That's why if you feel the tingling, that's you need to get your circulation up.
And the brain fog. So
brain fog.
The other thing that's really important to know about this is circulation relies heavily on the health of your nerves.
Mm-hmm.
So when nerves fire, they will affect the muscle, and the muscle will affect the compression and release of the capillaries and the arteries, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to keep your nerve cells healthy. What do nerve cells need? Oxygen and nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
So when you nourish your body with Boomer Boost, your nerve cells will be healthier. They will fire more easily and readily and stronger, which helps the circulation of the blood,
mm-hmm.
which is where the nutrients are. And then the nutrients will get to your nerve cells. And so you have this cycle of synergistic back and forth between the blood, the nerves, the muscles. They're all working together, and every single one of those need a supplement that has a very good balance of nutrients that will produce energy, that will produce expansion of the capillaries. Now your circulation is working well. All of a sudden now everything else starts to work well, including your heart, because your heart is pumping blood, and it's pumping it for use for your whole body, but it's also pumping blood for use for itself.
Right.
So the heart actually has microcirculation, meaning it has little capillaries all throughout your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And those capillaries need arginine and they need phosphatidylcholine to be healthy. So when people take Boomer Boost for the first time, quite often, shortly after their first dose, their heart rate goes down because their heart doesn't need to beat as many times to create the necessary circulation, because it's contracting more deeply, it's expanding more fully.
You're getting more out of each one.
Yeah.
That's what
getting more out of each beat, and so your heart rate drops.
So you don't have to go boom, boom, boom to push as hard. You can go
compress out, and it's healthier. Your heart's beating less, it's stronger, and your heart will be healthier throughout your life.
Because the microcirculation in the heart itself is performing better.
Yes.
That's key. See, you got to go straight to the heart of the problem.
Yeah. That's right.
But one of the things too that I wanted to just touch on real quick, I know you have a couple things, but people ask, how do I take it? Well, easiest thing you do is basically put it into a shaker bottle, shake it up. Other people I actually have a picture of something we set up here I was going to share with y'all. You can actually pour it over ice, right? And you can add it to different things. We have a picture of it here poured over ice, and we got a couple nice garnishes around there. But yeah, I mean, it can be added really easily in the morning. And that's another benefit that I like about it, is you don't have to take the 30 pills that you've gotten and try to choke down 30 pills.
It saves time. It saves hassle.
Yes.
A lot of people won't take all those pills because it takes too much time. This just takes a minute in the morning. You put a scoop into a glass of water, mix it up, and drink it. You just took in 68 different nutrients that have been formulated for you. So you don't have to buy some stuff off of the internet, some stuff at the health food store, maybe something your friend gave you, and you got this mishmash. You're really not sure if it's the right combination or the right things, or if you're missing something. Much better just get Boomer Boost.
Amen.
So the other big thing about this, Raleigh, is that we know that people's health is highly dependent on exercise, how much exercise you get. Many people, especially as they get older, are too tired to exercise. With Boomer Boost, you will not be too tired to exercise. And a lot of times we hear people say, we had a lady 97 years old who was homebound
Mm-hmm.
and would get up in the morning with assistance from her son, go to the couch, go to the bathroom, back to the couch, back to bed, and that was her life.
Mm.
And when she started using Boomer Boost, that wasn't the case anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She got up and about on her own, could leave the house, and ended up going to the gym with her son,
Mm-hmm.
who's in his 60s.
I remember this is the Zumba lady.
And her favorite thing to do was Zumba classes at the YMCA where she went. And she totally got her life back at the age of 97 years old.
That's crazy.
Where she was basically done for. She was homebound.
Wow.
Okay? Probably would not have lived for another year. But with Boomer Boost, even people that old can get new energy and get the energy to exercise, which all of a sudden changes their life. And Raleigh, just one last thing. Boomer Boost goes really well together with our barley product. When we first started the company, that was one of the first things that we did was we said, what is going to allow us to have a product like Boomer Boost that's comprehensive and make it affordable for people?
Right.
And when we discovered that the barley product we have is cleansing your small intestine to allow for the little villi that absorb the nutrients to get restored because they tend to get diminished over time. The barley helps cleanse the plaque off of those little villi, restores them back to a much younger age, and now you can absorb nutrients really well. And so when you take Boomer Boost, the only reason it's affordable is the amounts of each of the nutrients that are in there. If you're only absorbing 15% of your nutrients, like most people my age, you'd have to take a lot of Boomer Boost in order to feel it and get benefit from it. When you take it with the barley, it right away works way, way better, 5 or 6 times better. And so that's why we put it together in our dynamic combo. Boomer Boost by itself, you can feel it and you can get benefit from it. But if you want to multiply it by 6, you want to take it with the barley, and each comes with its own scoop. You put those scoops into the glass of water or mix it up, put it on your food, and drink that. And now you just multiplied by 6.
Yeah, it really does. It takes the benefits and the stuff that's in the Boomer Boost and elevates it because of the barley's ability to increase the absorption, reduce the inflammation, and give it what it needs, which is like a clean slate to start repairing and building energy through the Krebs cycle, right? With tons of inflammation and inability to absorb, it's kind of like what we were talking about the stem cells. It's great to take in a bunch of nutrition, but if you can't absorb it to utilize it, you're wasting it. And so that was a huge breakthrough that actually Bob was able to find, was the ability for this to increase the absorption, not just of Boomer Boost, but it also increases the absorption of everything else. People taking medicines, when they consult with their doctor and they get the okay to take the barley, they find that the medicines start to work too well, right? And so you might need to adjust some things. And that can happen. We've had lots of customers who go, wow, I was able to, really help naturally regulate the blood pressure, so I'm not having to take as much of the other stuff, which is great. So that's the power of this stuff. And again, it's the idea of the foundational and fundamental nutrition, right? A lot of the problems in the body can be healed with nutrition, exercise, and this gives you a great base to start those 2 things, like you said. Amen.
That's it.
That's it, guys.
That's it.
It was a quick one today. We had a 24-minute show. Normally we're going longer, but that's good. We covered everything we needed. If you guys want any more information, I'm going to throw the QR code up here on the screen. Go ahead and scan that QR code. It'll take you to our website, which is boomerboost.com. You can find all the information on Gladiator Barley, Heirloom Barley, Boomer Boost. If you guys prefer to call, we have a 1-800 number. We have Jean, Lucy, Stephanie, Jim. Everybody's hanging out, waiting to talk to you. It's 1-800-861-4609. And actually, if you guys wanted to tune in next week, I'm sure we'll be going over, I think we'll probably go over the total health system.
Well, Raleigh, if you're going to do it on Thursday, you will be doing it on your own.
Yes. Oh, tell him, Bob. Tell him. Yes.
So
real quick before we go, tell him what's going on.
I'm heading out to Costa Rica to go to the Optimal Longevity Academy, where there's between 200 and 250 health practitioners, mostly doctors, that are coming for education on optimal longevity.
Yeah.
And Boomer Boost was invited to come to the conference to educate people about our products and how they help to extend your health span.
Yeah.
And the theme of this particular conference academy is inflammation. And they know, because of some of the doctors that are involved with the academy already are using our products and are already encouraging their patients to use our products. They know the profound effect it has on inflammation.
Absolutely.
And they wanted us to be there as the premier nutrition company in the world that has the types of products that can reduce inflammation.
Yeah.
So that's why we'll be there.
Super exciting for us as a company. We have products that not a lot of people have heard of, and they take a lot of explanation, right? But when most people just use them, they get it. But if you need to understand how it works, that's what we do a lot of this for. We try to explain stuff like sprouted barley, first ever seen sprouted barley that you can actually take and increase antioxidants and 4,000 compounds with. One of the first 68 nutrient actually designed for your body beyond green drinks is what I like to call it. It's not a green drink. It's beyond a green drink. So we're really proud of it. We're really happy to be able to take it to the OLA, the Optimal Longevity Academy. And Bob, when you come back, you have to give us some reports of some amazing other things you found there, I would hope.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, until next time. Until next time, you guys, we will see you. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.